Hey guys, so I apologize in advance. My ring light is broken, so the lighting on this may be a little bit off. But I wanted to come and show you guys a new technique that I started as far as gluing goes. So on my previous tutorial for my stainless steel cup, I showed you guys the method to where I paint my cups first. And I noticed that sometimes when I paint my cup first and I start to bling it with the rhinestones, that sometimes the heat from my hands causes the paint to come off. And I know that I can seal it to keep it from coming off, but I also noticed that that sometimes causes the paint to peel since the cup is a stainless steel cup. So I'm going to show you guys my newest technique for getting a colorful background on your stainless steel cup. Actually, I do this for my Starbucks cups too, and actually all of my cups now, but I will show you an example on the stainless steel cup. So right now I'm just about to, I'm going to add this letter S to my stainless steel cup. Okay, here's my cup. So this customer just wanted only an S, so I'm just going to add that to the middle of the cup. And she wanted this cup done in olive green AB, which is the color that I did in my other tutorial. But olive green AB has a black base with a greenish gold overlay. So this is what I decided to do. I just came up with an idea and I was like, I wonder if it works. I tested it on quite a few things and it definitely works. So this is what I use now. I use a bottle of liquid fusion because that works best on stainless steel cups. And then I get this little bottle of paint. It's like 50 cents at Walmart. It's the apple barrel paint. And I drop a couple, like 2 tiny drops of paint inside of the liquid fusion. And then I add as I go. Sliding is horrible. Sorry. So there you go. So this is a bottle of liquid fusion that doesn't have like any anything in it. It's that cloudy color, cloudy clear color. And then this is after you add the paint. So you have a black bottle of liquid fusion. So I'm going to add some more. There's a lot of paint in this one. As you can see, the color is really dark. So I'm going to add some more of the clear liquid fusion to the bottle because I'm running out. You can do this with any color. I do want to point out that it depends on the paint that you use. You know, liquid fusion gives you a really long work time, longer than E6000. And when you add paint to it, I noticed that it causes it to dry out a little bit faster. So that method that I showed you in the how to bedazzle a stainless steel cup video, you may not want to put so much glue on it at once, maybe 2 to 3 rows of glue, because the paint does cause it to dry out a little bit faster. So after you add your paint and your glue together, you just shake the bottle so it mixes up, and then you'll be able to use this glue and you'll have the color background that you want, so that when you have those gaps, you don't see the stainless steel background. If you have clear rhinestones or iridescent rhinestones or something with a silverish background, it's okay for that silver background to show. But when you have like black rhinestones or blue or pink or red or purple, you want your background to match the color of the rhinestones, because sometimes it's hard to cover up the gaps. And this is the best way to do it. Okay, so I want to mention that sometimes the paint and the liquid fusion may not blend as well as it should by shaking it. So sometimes you will have to take something, maybe I actually use a bent hairpin. So I take it and I bend it straight, and then I stir the paint with the liquid fusion. But you can use like a popsicle stick. I actually recommend using a popsicle stick. You can use a popsicle stick to stir that paint into the liquid fusion or your fusion tag to make sure that it blends perfectly. Because if you don't blend it well, it won't look right. So make sure your paint is properly blended before you start to apply it to your cup. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So you apply a line of glue and then spread it out. Or you can just bling right on top of the line. I like to spread it out because if you don't spread it out, sometimes the glue can go up the sides and on the top of your rhinestone, and it'll dry on top of the rhinestone, and it affects the color, and we don't want that. So if you haven't seen my other video, I like to use a torn off paintbrush to spread my glue. You can also use a paintbrush that has the tip still on there. Sometimes I use my finger when I'm working and I can't find something. I do spread it with my finger and then like kind of rub the glue off my hands. It's non-toxic and it washes off with soap and water from your skin. And that's what it looks like. And when it dries, you will have a black background for your cups. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you have the black underneath. So you can't see any of the silver spaces, which when you do the honeycomb method, you don't really see any gaps anyway. But there is a chance, see like where that little triangle is? Sometimes doing the honeycomb method doesn't cover up the background all the way. So doing it this way, if there is any gaps that show through, I'm sorry for the, there you, that's a little bit better. If there is any gaps that show through, that black will show through, which enhances the color of the rhinestone versus it just being that silver background, which will kind of take away from the color of the rhinestone. I hope you guys get the picture of what I'm trying to describe here. The quality is not as great and I apologize for that. But when it dries, it's going to dry with this black background. And another thing is, if you need to remove, you can remove it with an X-Acto knife or with your tool, your picker tool, to apply a new line of glue. So when it's not too dry, it comes off pretty easily. And I also said earlier that liquid fusion is the best glue for stainless steel cups. The best glue is actually E6000, and they do have a black version of E6000. However, I don't like the fumes that come from E6000. So if you also don't like the fumes that come from E6000, you can use liquid fusion. You can use fusion tack as well. Fusion tack is also a good alternative, but so far it seems that liquid fusion works the best in my opinion. So it makes a ton of difference. So I've done one in black, I've done one in pink, you can see that. Yeah, so I've done one in pink. I also have one in gold. Those are the three main colors that I use: black, pink, and gold for the backgrounds. I also did one in, see, there's the gold one. You can tell that that's gold. I don't know if you can. Yeah. I've done one in light blue as well, so, and purple. But yeah, they work really well for giving a colored background to your cup. But that's all I have for this video. I just want to come on and give you guys a quick tip for adding color to the background of your rhinestones. See you guys in my next video.